What's up, everybody? Welcome to another Monday night Tales from the Flipside show. We've got a lot of fun tonight, some New Year's predictions.
You're listening to Tales from the Flipside. Tales from the Flipside. Tales from the Flipside.
What's up, everybody? Got the fam in the house. Got Z with us, Nico, Dino, and Big Leg. It's been a crazy couple of weeks. I think we're all on a little bit of a hangover of some sort, but we've got some fun stuff to talk about tonight. Some New Year's predictions of what we think will be like the 10 maybe things that to key in on a little bit. Just some stuff to talk about. We got market report, a little bit of pickups, all kinds of fun. Hey, what a fun night Saturday night was. Thank you for everybody that was part of it, everybody in the live chat, everybody in the channel. It was a lot of fun, and man, 7 hours.
Yeah, big ups to you, dude. I mean, you took it by the horns, dude, and just knocked it out of the park. I mean,
It was crazy, bro. It was a lot of fun. Shout out to Hive Comics. That was a big part of the show, having them come on and talk about a lot of the cool stuff they got coming, and dropping little hints here and there. And we appreciate Hive Comics, of course. All the channels and the shows. What up, Comic Man Andy? Comic Man Andy's in the house. People in the live chat. All the people that just kind of came together was a lot of fun. The people that sent us in videos, which by the way, you guys, if you guys have more stuff you want to send us, if you guys want to send us, some little micro mini content to play on the shows, you're more than welcome to do it. Any of the shows on the channel will, take a look at your stuff and play it on the show. Just have a decent sound and decent camera. And with most phones nowadays, you can put together everything. You guys saw some of the really crazy stuff that people put together. It was cool, man. It was a lot of fun. So, all right, let's get right into the talk tonight with Nico. You wrote an article for Comic Book Invest, and it kind of brought to the thoughts of like what's coming, and we kind of started talking. Oh, let's talk about that on the show. Let's do a little bit about what's coming in 2021, and you wrote a really good article at comicbookinvest.com talking a little bit about this. What was that? What did you have going on there?
Yeah, so I write a weekend update every week or couple weeks, depending on my schedule. I don't edit it. I just write. Sorry for the typos, and try to do my best to get content out there. This one, I'm either gonna eat a lot of crow come 2022, or we'll pat myself on the back. Either way. You want to jump into the list?
Yeah, let's do it. All right.
All right.
Go ahead.
I'll run through it. I really am. I didn't ask anybody for any input, so I'm really happy that you guys were kind enough to run through this so I can hear from the people who I respect the most about this sort of stuff. Number 10, licensed property back issue speculation. I predict we'll see a major move to gobble up back issues for G.I. Joe, Transformers, Masters of the Universe. To a lesser extent, I think we'll see interest in other licensed properties like Mask, Micronauts, Power Rangers. My suspicion is that Star Wars Mania and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mania is going to bleed over into things like, these other licensed properties. You're going to have multiple He-Man live action and or animated projects coming to streaming. Real big push for G.I. Joe. The guys at Comic Book Invest were kind enough to put together one hell of a list if you haven't checked it out. Apparently, Tom Holland and The Rock are slated to do some sort of film relaunch there. Plus, we've got a forthcoming Snake Eyes film. And, everybody wants legitimate Transformers content on TV or in film. I think people kind of have mixed feelings about the J.J. Abrams stuff. We're sort of excited about Bumblebee. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I don't see why not. I mean, everything else is catching on. A lot of people hunting some of the Masters of the Universe back issues because it's sort of, although there's some stuff that's hard to collect, there's some of it's easy to collect. If you like, it's not as, if you try to get all the X-Men or something or all the Spider-Man issues, it would take your whole life. But Masters of the Universe wouldn't take that long. Just a few issues, a few variants and stuff where there's only like 10 copies where just good luck. Collectors
Yeah, you taught me about one of those.
Yeah.
yeah, that graham cracker one. I was like,
oh, the faker.
That's worth how much money? Almost.
Yeah.
I had to pick my jaw up off the floor.
Yeah, great book.
I had one that didn't make the market report, but I thought was interesting. I'd not seen was the DC Master of the Universe Preview Zero, which kind of looked like DC Presents 47, but not exactly. Didn't have Superman on it. It's got that vibe. A 9/8 sold for $500.
The preview one?
Yeah, that blue one with the He-Man and Skeletor fighting.
That's good. Man, I gotta grade some of those.
We were talking about the Faker issue, and we were talking about a book before in the back room earlier, and it's one of the books that we were talking about was like, I will own that book by the end of the year. And the Faker issue was always one of those books that I always said, I want to own that book by the end of the year, and you always forget about. But that is like one of the most gorgeous books ever. And here you guys go.
Dude, there's one on eBay right now.
Yeah, he's
asking a lot of money, and it's like maybe an 8.0 or something, because the back's like really scratched up, and it's like that book scratches really easily. That's where most of your damage is going to come from. So if people didn't pay any attention to it, or the people I'm sure Masters of the Universe collectors, when this first came out, and that was like 18 years ago or something, I think. I was finishing college, wasn't back into comics at the time, so definitely skipped that one. And then the few that made it into the back issue bins and stuff, it graham crackers and flailed around for years. Those are going to look like shit, So yeah, high grade. I think there's a couple 9/8 on the census.
Beautiful book.
Yeah, and it's a wraparound. So if I don't have, So yeah, the back's actually cool as hell too. But
I think that we're already starting to see some of the beginnings of this. Obviously, with G.I. Joe talk, we're starting to see it a little bit with Transformers, and
I wouldn't say a little bit for those two. Those two have kind of really went strong.
Yeah. I
mean,
well, they're in recent times we've actually even talked about them more.
Absolutely. And if you look, like Thundercats and Voltron are starting to move.
Yeah, Thundercats went nuts, right?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, or even that. How about the He-Man Thundercats? There's a couple cool variants there's a foil variant for number 1, and there's an A and a B cover, I think, for most of those. But I don't know. I mean, it was my He-Man Thundercats is like my dream series. And Freddie Williams. Great artist, did the covers, did the interiors. He actually has a lot of that for sale online, and some of the best stuff obviously gone. And I got actually at the PowerCon last year when they had not true, 2019, because it's now 2021, so it's not last year anymore. They at PowerCon he was set up there, and I thought I was going to take home some original art from that series, and honestly, just got busy and slipped my mind, and it's only a one-day thing, and I was already indisposed and didn't go back in. So there was that. But yeah, great interior stuff. If you go to his website, you'll be able to find a bunch of it, I'm sure, still.
Yeah, and I like Macross 1. I think that was quietly optioned. Didn't get a lot of mainstream press attention, and it's getting to the point where I used to just try to grab real high grade copies, and now it's like I see them and I'm like, it just pains me if I leave any copy behind. I've got one copy at a shop in Pittsburgh. I think I've asked to look at it 6 times. Like, can I see that again? No, same copy.
That's what's it competing against?
Voltron
or Robotech?
We saw Voltron. Those original Voltron comics, 1, 2, and 3 were selling pretty decent numbers and high grade. I think they were on the market report a couple times at the end of the year last year. Same with the Thundercats. So,
well, I mean, you could also go. I mean, there's some Pokemon comics that might be worth looking at this point too, because they've been in dollar bins forever.
Yeah, for sure.
Makes sense. Makes good sense, actually.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go with, too, the thing is, everybody in the live chat, throw your predictions out. What do you think, 2021 is going to be? Maybe we'll shoot some up on the screen.
Yeah. All right. On to number 9.
Yeah, so I mean, I'll talk more about X-Men above, but really, I think it's get ready for the Fantastic Four. I think a lot of those books after I don't know, issue 110, the color variant, have just been destroyed for the last 35 years. Nobody's cared about them. I have absolutely no idea which ones to buy. I mean, sure, there's like a handful of whatever, but I think that there's going to be interest in that stuff, particularly high grade copies. We'll see if I'm right or wrong on this one. I know everybody who's been in comics for longer than 20 minutes is like, oh God, they're going to do this again. But I've got faith in it. I really like, of course, the color variant. I think it's a pain in the ass. 1 and 5 and those early issues are real expensive. But there's books like The First Council of Reeds, the Trowler Reed Richards, some of that John Byrne run that I think just makes sense grabbing out of dollar bins if they're in high grade. Not a lot of risk, but a lot of potential upside.
They don't hurt in a dollar bin, man. But I don't. I mean, what Nebula was that 257?
No one cares.
Yeah, no one still cares. And
Right.
They literally couldn't have done. They literally couldn't have done that without her. You know what I mean? It's an integral part of the Thanos whole story and stuff like that. So, and I mean, before that, I mean, you said the color variant, but that's rarity collection. What is it? 112 is Sing vs. Hulk, right?
Yeah.
And so there's those, and then I don't know, man. You just can probably
what about some of the newer
high grade in the dollar bins? I'm never gonna disagree with that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I wish I would have picked up high grade silver stuff when you could find it for $3 and $5. That would just been fucking smart, and just didn't bother to do it because you only got so much room in your house and you're looking for certain things. So, you know what I mean?
I love the chat I'm watching, and they're talking about Secret Wars 1 and 3 books now you've mentioned that I had on the market list and I didn't. There was a Secret Wars 1 set, all 9/8 that sold for like $2,200.
Ooh, that's a cool set to have, though, man.
I didn't disagree. I'm like, shit.
Yeah. It's almost like that Watchmen set that Scotty Reagan has, all the 9/8 in the Watchmen.
Did he finally finish it?
Yeah.
I know he's waiting on like number 5 or something for.
Yeah, he got it.
That's a beast.
Yep. So.
All right, on to number 8. This is a big one.
Bad Idea from Dinesh. Love him or hate him, he's a force to be reckoned with, and I think the guy's got guts and street smarts, and a lot of cash behind him. I predict a real big year for Bad Idea. I do, legitimately, I do, and I think he's going to get a lot of press from Key Collector, and I think he's got a lot of guerrilla marketing sort of tactics that are going to be effective.
He is a brilliant marketer.
Yeah, no question about it. And
he had another Ashcan that I didn't put on the freaking list. It sold for $500 again. A different one, not the No Hero.
Hell if I knew. Yeah.
They're like their fans are loyal. I think it's Dinesh has fans. I used to think it's Valiant. I think Dinesh has fans.
Well, he did bring Valiant back, and he was doing some really good things there for a long time, Yeah. So,
yeah,
I think he has a singular goal, and he wants to have a role in comics and put out good comics. I think that's a real big goal for him, and
he wants to put out good comics that are transferable to screen.
Yes, and collectible too.
Well,
I think because he's a Valiant fan, he's got that little bit of that. I want to make them collectible too.
Yeah,
yeah, the Hive Mind Association, right? The other company he has doesn't hurt. I mean, it does not hurt. Who's got like that kind of setup? Marvel, DC, and Bad Idea.
Wait, what the hell is Bad Idea?
Somebody want to explain?
It's Dinesh's comic brand, I guess, the Universe brand.
Publishing brand, yeah.
Does it have any books out?
Yeah, he's putting out 8 books this year, I believe, 8 different titles.
He's put out some ash cans that have blown up.
Yeah, one of them is an ash can that really blew up. That No Hero ash can.
Hold on, there's another one I just saw this week. I didn't even know came out, and I saw a $500 sale. I'm like, what the hell was that?
This hero trade thing.
That was the first one.
Okay.
The other one.
But it's David Lapham.
Yeah.
All right, he's a good writer.
Shit, did you send it to me? No.
Yeah, as Comic Talk Weekly says here, lots of industry folks on the Bad Idea team. So, and Raider Bear says, yeah, since he left Valiant, they really haven't done much, right?
No, right. He was the Force.
Yeah,
ENIAC ash can. So ENIAC hero trade.
All right, so good for the hero trade. Then I'm gonna go ahead and throw my spec out there, called From Dan the Unharmable. I've been talking about this for years, a 12-issue series by Lapham, and it was just it was a great read about an impenetrable like stoner loser in Venice. It's all kinds of blood and freaking gore.
Getting the pen out first time tonight. Dan the Unharmable.
Dude, it's pretty hilarious. There's so many variants and stuff to collect too, because it's Avatar and that's what they do. But anyway, it's a hilarious read.
I got it for you guys. Here we go.
Yeah, I think it's a 12 issues, man. But yeah.
12 issues.
So anyway, they could make this into a spectacular series. Lebowski with Superman powers, dude.
So pretty much we want to get this in
whoever made The Boys, that's who I want.
Yeah, I can't think of his name.
Garth Ennis?
Not the
Seth
writer.
Rogen. Seth Rogen.
Oh,
this comic and Rogen's
the boys preacher. Yeah, of course, dude. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, whoever made The Boys does Dan the Unharmable. It will be absolutely spectacular because there is some fucked up shit that happens in this stuff. I mean, just look at these panels, dude. Look at these panels.
Why has that guy got enough pants on?
Somebody probably just needs to find Rogan's address and send
not appropriate.
I haven't read it in 7 or 8 years, man, but I didn't mind reading it. There's so many variant covers too.
Nice.
Dan the Unharmable.
Yeah. So it looks interesting. We'll have to check this out. But yeah, I think Bad Idea is whether you like the content they're putting out or however you feel, you have to admit that they're a big thing that's coming. Yeah, that whale. I think there was one with whales that looks absolutely amazing. Let me
the
find
whale
that.
killers, I think, or something.
Yeah.
Shout out to Comic Book Women who were on the ground floor of that. If you really kind of want to get a sneak peek into the content that Bad Idea is producing, go there. They did a hell of a job of explaining that in one of their first episodes. So you can find it on the channel. Shouldn't be too complicated.
Whalesville, yeah.
Whalesville, yeah. I mean, look at that. It's really like Jeff Darrow type crazy art, but crazy whale shit. Anyways, so supposedly there's like a whole city that lives inside this whale, and that's kind of what it's about. This kid gets swallowed up and lives basically in this whale. So crazy stuff. All right, number 7.
I think Batmania is coming. Matt Reeves' film's going to drop. Do you remember when the New 52 was popping and everybody and their brother was like, Batman's my favorite superhero? Yeah, well, all the Fairweather fans are gone. I think they'll be back in droves. I think we're going to see a Batverse. It's about the only thing that DC can do well. Looks like Michael Keaton for Batman Beyond, which legitimately would be like the greatest thing that happened to my childhood. And then of course we're going to get a couple different like Batfleck projects. Allegedly he's going to be the Batman in Crisis, I think. And of course with the Snyder cut, he'll be the Batman there. I don't know that necessarily anybody should run out and buy all of the Tinian 1 in 25s, although I do like a couple of them. But Batman back issues, I think now are a smart buy for at least some amount of time. Some of the books are already starting to move, but I think there's an opportunity there.
I agree.
You can't go wrong with Batman in the long run, man. You just can't.
And some
your
of it's
brother and I try to buy the same books, and every time he beats me because I'm cheap. But he and I have the exact same taste when it comes to live auctions.
Hey, you beat me on one this week, so congrats to you.
Oh, well, yeah, you and I have a lot of the same taste too, but your brother kicks my ass routinely on Batman books.
He buys a lot of interesting lots. He
Nice.
loves that shit.
Well, the question is, what about some of the newer stuff and looking for some of those newer characters that to spec on that might be coming? Are any of those newer ones to spec on, or is it all older stuff?
I mean, I'm far more interested in picking up copies of the Court of Owls combo pack variants, than I am necessarily like a Clown Hunter issue. But that probably says more about when I was really excited about reading those comics than it does necessarily about the viability of those comics. I don't think the owl on the cover of that greeting card was accidental. I mean, people don't do that. So I think the Court of Owls is coming, and it's a real sleeper right now.
I think the 52 run right now has probably got more potential just because it's more established. There's a little more storytelling to be had. Characters that are just a couple months old, it's hard to get them established into somebody's script because these things take forever to kind of formulate.
Yeah, you're never going to kick your ass for buying the first appearance of Mr. Freeze or the first Man Bat or the first Batgirl. Those are timeless classic books. Right?
Talk to this guy.
Amen.
And I just pulled a new 52 Batman box out of storage.
Nice.
And I haven't opened it yet, but I know I got a lot of later prints and that I would just find back bin, not bagged in. Well, they're bagged and boarded now, but not when I got them. But I was just like, I might as well grab these things. And definitely, there was definitely a combo pack train a lot of years ago, so I definitely have a lot of combo packs. And so we'll see definitely some high ratio variants. So I'll see what I got in there. Could be nothing. Could have sold more than I thought, or it could be a little miniature gold mine. But I'm definitely going to look into probably grading any of them. I think I can get 9/8 out of.
What do you guys think about that Bloom character that was one of the new characters that came out of that new 52 run?
I don't know if he was interesting enough for them.
Yeah, he looked pretty badass.
Yeah, that was like a second, like right when Spec died, right? Or like when Batman literally died.
Yeah, it was when it was.
My bad, not the Spec. When fucking Bruce Wayne died.
Well, no, that was when the Spec died too, right? Like at that point, people were just like, "I fucking quit. I'm done with his Joker. Wasn't that fucking good? Now they got fucking Pennyworth running around in a bat suit. Like,
that's when it was in. Yeah, we
I think you said that right.
Batman was coming. I pre-ordered like 25 combo packs of 35. Dude. Oh wait, of 40. Excuse me, he died in 40. Jesus. But that was series started in 35, and the 32
flash cover.
Yeah, the 35 combo pack, man, was like a cool like a $30 book for a while, and I could even find them. So I have
which one do you mean, 35 or 36?
35 is where the arc started.
Oh yeah. Well, I tell you what, 39 or 37 was a badass one with the Joker in blood red.
Yeah. Well, all the ratios were sick Joker covers. So
I meant the combo pack specifically because the regular was a colored, and then the combo pack had like a black cover with Joker as a blood red.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, that was awesome.
People saying Gordon's in the suit, I guess.
Oh, I'm sorry. I said Pennyworth. Forgive me. Yeah. It's been a long day.
Yeah.
And for the record, I liked Dennis Chandler. I think that was his name's inquiry about Elseworld issues. I mean, I love those books, but it's like anything else. For me, it's really about the price point. I mean, will I grab Gotham by Gaslight out of dollar bins? You're goddamn right I will.
I had a couple of
But am I
those.
going to like get somebody $20 for it out of a show box? No, but I'm also cheap.
I think a lot of comic book collectors are.
They can be, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know. These days, you don't know, man. People are paying outrageous prices for shit,
Bro.
that we never thought. So
every day.
In a million years, it's wild. But
Yeah.
you know, like I think if they're gonna really do this Bat Universe thing, wouldn't like a Gotham by Gaslight movie make sense, or like a TV show of just Batman Elseworlds, or just Elseworlds generally on HBO Max? I mean, there's a possibility for that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
They've been doing it. They've done a lot of them.
They did
animated.
animated.
Yeah, but they don't need to
happen.
do animated. They should just let any like director that has a cool idea, do like a 4-show mini series. That would be great, man. I think that'd be awesome.
If you do too much of something, it's too much.
Yeah,
I'm already
That's why you
worried
keep
there's
it.
too much.
yeah.
But hopefully they will. I mean, honestly, only because we're talking about this, I'm wondering if some of that DC Universe shows that hit HBO Max as they roll through will pick up a little more traction on some of that stuff, because not a lot of people actually got to watch it the first time through. So, maybe Titans and some of that stuff actually picks up a bit more than it did the first run. As
I had a
Happened to
couple of
Karate Kid,
Cobra Kai. Oh yeah.
right?
I had a couple
So-
of people reach out to me over the last couple of weeks, saying that they went and watched Titans and they fell in love with it. They never got a
Strong.
chance to watch it and how good it was. So, yeah, I'm right there with you, Z. I think that would be awesome. See if we can start getting more of those, because the Titans one was very, very good.
After the first couple episodes, it was fantastic. It took a minute to get in, but it was great after that.
All right, number 6.
I think we are moving towards a postmodern comic media market. What I mean by that is that the mere mention of like this character is going to be developed for live action isn't going to be enough anymore to really propel prices the way it has in the past. I think we're going to have those guys who are like, I don't like comics that are, I don't buy comics just because there's a movie or a TV show. Like, I think they're going to win as bitchy and whiny as they've been about all that stuff. Just because there's so much content that's going to be developed. And I think people are going to be choosier about the books that they buy. And it's really going to depend on, is that character cool? Not just in the book, but also in live action. Or I don't really care if they're being developed for live action. I just really love insert your character here.
More people
Listen,
are getting involved.
I've been thinking that since Shang-Chi and what do I know, and Eternals. But apparently the market has not stopped on some of that.
slowed down on Eternals, that's for sure.
Yeah, but I mean the announcement got it to peak though.
Yeah, that's true. I was slow burning it, and yeah, I should have just dumped it all. I'm not saying there won't be another announcement, but who knows here.
Once we start seeing maybe some post-production footage, it could change everything, right? If it wows everybody and just blows everybody away, it could spark a little bit of excitement and interest in those books again.
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, it's just the unknown characters make it difficult. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yep.
Unknown to most.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they got big name stars playing some of those characters, so that could be a good thing.
Yeah.
We'll see. All right, number 5.
I think we're going to see an onslaught of option properties from independent comics. I think now's the time that you see like Grendel or Weatherman or Mouse or Love and Rockets or Sex Criminals or 100 Bullets or Fatale or Chew, or all of them get optioned, over the course of the next year or two. That there's been such success with Marvel and DC media projects on TV and film that it just makes sense to go and try to gobble up some of these properties that were either optioned in the past and didn't make it, or are considered classic stories or classic books. They've already been focus group, for a lack of a better description, with storyboards by way of the comics. That's what my gut tells me. So all those indies that we've all been holding because we all love them, I think they've got a shot of going bananas.
And I like what JJ said. Is the problem is, sometimes the series don't get time to grow. Don't get a chance to mature. There've been a lot of them that made TV but just didn't go anywhere. So you still got to be careful. But I think some more of these guys will definitely hit.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, like you said, we used to talk about how everything gets optioned immediately. It was even before issue 1 in most parts. I mean, look at Robert Kirkman's what was that, the big series he just did. Oh God, they had the big you had the big statue with it. Why am I blanking on it? Kirkman series. Oh, boys, help me out here.
I know what you're talking about. I can't think of the name.
Oh, Oblivion Song.
Oh,
yeah. Right. Yeah. I mean, hell, he hyped it up in Oblivion Song. It was like the next best thing, and then I haven't heard anything from Oblivion Song yet.
Well, so I mean, just looking at these characters, Ghost is a character that has been around for ages, but she can't support a series. Invincible, you've got a 150 issue story that is beloved, that is going to at least have a cult following. Usagi is Usagi. Bloodshot has had a shot, but something like that's had repeated positive fan following, I'd bet behind. But when you hear these kind of like stories that are not about an established universe or not about an established character, and they're just flash in the pans, V-Wars, was that The Kitchen, that kind of stuff. It's like, I don't want to put my money in there.
Yeah, no, I think they're going to go to the classic books, right? Like the stuff that people freaking loved. The Ed Brubaker titles. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I agree.
You know what I mean? The Jonathan Hickman's independent stuff. I mean, like even Cates' independent stuff is much better, in my opinion, than a lot of the stuff he writes for Marvel. I think those guys got a real shot. I mean, where's Black Hammer? I think it's coming. And to suggest that like there aren't a ton of titles like that, new and old, that have a shot here in this market. If they've ever had a chance of being a major television show or a major movie, it's now.
Yeah, absolutely.
On to number 4.
All right, now for time for everybody to disagree with me. I think Star Wars prices are here to stay. I started seeing people identifying on Instagram as like a Star Wars comics collector page, and I was like, oh boy. And I see them pop up, and I see people talk about themselves as I collect Star Wars comics. Like people talk about like I collect Silver Age, and I think that is indicative of like a real fan base, and those books going into private collection instead of going in the hands of people like me who are gonna turn and burn them, take profits and run. And I don't keep a lot of modern comics. I really don't. Like, if they go to CGC and come back at 9.8, unless it's something I really love, out the door. I'm keeping these Star Wars books when they come back, and I don't do that.
You're you're holding on to them to put them up with, you think that there's more room to grow on them.
Yeah, dude, the best parts of the Star Wars Legends universe hasn't been optioned, right? Like Dr. Aphra, or option isn't the right word, but it's not like in development, right? Like Dr. Aphra, not in development. Knights of the Old Republic, not in development. Where's Son of Dathomir, not in development. I mean, you name it. Like those are the things
Ventress, and yeah.
I think she's going to show up in Obi-Wan, but we'll see if I'm right or wrong there.
I think it depends on how much is going into collections of Star Wars collectors, because they've already collected action figures and memorabilia, and like Morello, who has just some stuff you drop your tongue at. These guys have been collecting hardcore for decades.
I mean, like unseen footage from films that it's just like him and George Lucas that have watched it.
Yeah, but like they maybe weren't crossing over into the comics because when they started reading them, like, this isn't my story. And now they're like, well, this is my story. So I think there's going to be some long-term collectability, I just don't know if some of these prices can sustain where they're at. I kind of feel like I did with Miles when he hit his peak. I think they're going to stay high. I just think they're going to come down 20, 25% to a slightly less crazy number. They just rose so fast. The census is going to take a little time to catch up, but they're not going to go down to zero. They're going to go to, if they're at 1,500 now, I can see them floating at 1,900,
Yeah, 100%.
It's hard for me to disagree.
All right, number 3. This is a big one.
Yeah, for me, it's Mutant Mania. I don't know that it's going to hit yet. It kind of depends on how this rolls out with WandaVision, No More Mutants, and Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. If they do the plot line, which I sort of foresee, which is she already said no more mutants, you get a mutant universe like that, and it's its own separate thing. But I envision a world where they do mutants. Note that they didn't say X-Men. They said mutants because I think they're going to do like a mutant universe the same way they've done a Star Wars universe. And I think they'll do like a television show and a movie or whatever, and then do a second one and halfway through the season or, a day after it premieres, drop some sort of investor meeting with 10 more programs the same way they did for Star Wars. They made the model for what to do with X-Men with Star Wars. Rehabilitated Luke, they're going to rehabilitate X-Men.
Yeah, and the end of the X-Men movies, they sort of whimpered out with the Phoenix. Like if you just look at the I still enjoyed it, I guess, because X-Men fan and the characters. But like if you look at like the production value of Rise of the Phoenix versus like any of the last movies that Marvel did, it was absolutely completely atrocious. So, but and I enjoyed it, but like they didn't leave everybody with like the best taste. They just used Sansa Stark and just called it a day. So
Fox just doesn't have the visual concepts right sometimes.
That's also accurate.
They ruined Apocalypse. They just sometimes just miss the mark. I think Nico's right that they're going to develop them somewhere on the streaming platforms and get you a little taste. And I don't know which area they're going to start at. They don't necessarily have to start at the beginning. They can start in the middle and move forwards and backwards. Might be a better plan.
Yeah, I
think they do the Moira McTaggart story with House of X2. Not that they tell all of House of X2, but just that plot device, because it lets them do that through multiple timelines, with a skewed chronology, and she's the constant. I could be wrong, but that's one way I think they could do it for sure. I think I'm in a minority opinion there on that. The other thing that I sort of think is important when I think about the X-Men stuff is we didn't give a shit about the Avengers when we were little kids. I didn't fucking care about Captain America. I certainly didn't care about the Black Knight. Remember, you were just like, who is this? Why does he look like medieval times? That's stupid.
Yeah.
I loved the X-Men. You loved the X-Men.
Yeah.
I mean, that was our stuff. And
3:30 after school every day.
Yeah. I mean, I remember reading Bishop's first appearance and being really invested in Cable. I mean, we've already seen, Deadpool's first appearance double from its $600 mark to $1,200 mark here in the last 3-4 weeks. I think people are hungry for mutants that are our age, and I think it's going to be awesome.
I remember dude talking about it after school, like it was with other friends, like it's a soap opera, like how girls used to talk about their soap opera, their old moms. It was like, did you see Wolverine was trying to make out with Jean Grey? And so it was like crazy, dude. Like
that's awesome. Yeah, totally, man. Between that animated series or but like you said, the those good old days, and I remember digging in the back issue bins, and you can't find 222, like the Sabretooth crossover, stuff like that. Not crossover, but you know what I mean. Sabretooth appearance.
Yeah, when Sabretooth and Wolverine, those two issues, those were monsters, right?
Yeah, man. So yeah, to find those, it was completely impossible. Then you get into some Jim Lee stuff, and eventually Executioner Song, which was the crossover, which completely fooled me for the first time in comics, because I still have my copy I cut open nicely and my copies that are still polybagged, because everybody know you needed that X Factor issue in the Executioner Song for the long term, right? because I put it in a fucking polybag. So of course you're gonna need it for the long term, you know. Too bad. It's funny, we're still getting fooled as adults, and the kids these days ain't falling for it. So,
when did you guys stop reading X-Men? For me, it was like reading it like as a kid. For me, it was Mur Island Saga. Like that was the last one where I was like, I think I'm done.
I stuck around till almost issue 350, and a guy who I used to split a diamond order with after Capital City, he basically took over the account. And then I remember him calling me being like, 350, you find out what's up with Gambit. Meet me here. And I was just like, this guy's like 40. I'm like 14. It was kind of weird, you know what I mean? But yeah, I went and got my issue, and I was really excited about it. And that was it. It was over for me after that.
That's funny, man. I think we all, like Dino said, the cartoon was such a big deal for us, for a lot of kids too. Like it wasn't a big deal for me, but for my brother, like he watched that thing religiously.
Dude, play the theme song. Everybody's I mean, it's like the Monday Night Football countdown stuff. If you play the X-Men song, dude, it's over. Dude, people are like, it's on. Let's go.
I did. I will still play it in the background in my office here when I'm working on other shit. Not the song, the actual cartoon. Okay? I don't even listen to the theme song over and over again.
I thought that was gonna be your Eye of the Tiger Rocky moment, like you're pressing
a little bit.
Dun 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 dun.
You know, I hear something funny. You brought up that Eye of the Tiger song. I know the dude who owns the drum set that song was recorded on. Crazy shit. Man.
Wow.
That's cool, man.
Yeah, his name's
officially know the coolest guy ever.
His name's Oompa, and Danzig fans hate him. All right, on to number 2.
Look, again, minority opinion. I think we're going to get a couple large cons. I don't know that we're going to get them at the beginning of the summer. I think the move by C2E2 and Emerald City Comic Con to try to move their date to the end of the summer tells me that some insurance company said we'll underwrite it.
Yeah,
but you got to put it here.
Florida, you're up.
Yeah,
I mean,
they don't seem to give a fuck.
It ain't gonna be that one, man. Dude, I want you to be right. Trust me, I am tired of not doing this, man. We all missed out on cons, missed out on fun, missed out on money, missed out on all kinds of shit. You know what I mean? There's like key weekends of my year, like at least 5 to 8 of them, man. I get on airplanes every year, but but you're right. Hopefully, even by the end of the year, they were going to try to do. I think they still have the plan to do. Is it WonderCon or LA Comic Expo, or it used to be Stanley's Expo, like in March?
Take a look.
They had plans. They had plans to do it in like November, I think, or October, and then they shut that down.
I don't see Cali do it until fall, at least.
I don't. They had what I believe was like in whatever theory, whatever you want to say. To me, it was like they were going to open up, instead of having a hall, they were going to do the whole convention center, like spread it out and to sell like basically 30% of the tickets. And then they were going to do it staggered. So there was like an 8 to noon, like, I don't know, but just 2 shifts. Right. So like, that's what they were going to do. And I think they still have it planned, but I'm like, I'm not giving you, like, those tickets are going to be for sale. I'm not giving you a $100 loan for my tickets.
Yeah, no way.
I'll get in. It's in LA. So, So because I did get the refund on the other one with the early bird, but I'm just like, so we'll see how this goes. I'm not holding my breath. Is it on there for March for LA, or is that
this is what we have coming up for this year? So. Yeah. And I don't know if this is going to happen or not. The Land Comics and Collectible show in Florida. Then the February, at the end of February, you got Pensacon and Pensacola. Don't know if that. I mean, these are listed as they're happening, I guess, right now.
But, small shows.
Yeah, so we even got WonderCon on the docket still.
Yeah, I don't think
MegaCon, WonderCon.
Dude, WonderCon got canceled. Like it was like a week or 2 weeks into like. It was like the first week of April or something like that. So it was we almost got there. Oh yeah, John was coming. We had other people that had tickets from across the country that were legit coming out. And I always do that one, man. I stay 2-3 nights I don't live that far. But I stay 2-3 nights in the hotel just to have a good time with whoever can get there. Just so happy to have one in my backyard, you know.
I'm hoping by at least March or April we're back up and running.
We're gonna have to fly to Mexico, aren't we?
Too soon, man. I think
we're gonna go to Lamol. We're gonna go to Lamol for the first time.
I'm in.
Start looking at June, July. That's where you can start looking at it.
And even SDCC is already too much of a zoo. Like it's so insane. You just rub on people the entire time you're there.
Phoenix Fan Fusion is still on the docket for May. So
all right, Brian, get it going.
Yeah.
Do this.
Oh, postponed till 2021.
Well, yeah, this is 2021.
Oh yeah, I forget. Jesus,
is that you?
Yeah, where? Right there? No, I only wear Stormtrooper outfits.
Oh, that's cool.
It's funny in itself.
Tutu Trooper or?
No, it's fucking I'm the guy in the Stormtrooper outfit that breakdances and shit. You just don't know it.
Oh, Hip Hop Trooper.
Yeah, Hip Hop Trooper.
Yeah, man.
So listen, don't talk about fans at Phoenix cons because you might get Fat Punisher to try and kill you, bro.
Dude, your first pick you had on the thing is like one of the first things I look for in a con that I go to. Like if you the slide you had for it, like
what is this right here?
No. In the original when you for Nico's list.
Slide. Oh yeah. This right here.
Not the Comic-Con.
Hold on. Where is it? This one?
There's one thing I look for to start a con, and it's got a camel toe right in the front row, and it's not a girl.
Oh, God have mercy. Oh,
and we want to give I guess that sad note that Jared Nannon, the South Park guy, passed away. I mean, the guy was a legend at BlizzCon back in the day, dressing up as a South Park guy from the World of Warcraft episode. Poor guy was only like 41 or something.
Oh man, that's terrible. All right,
people don't have bodies for spandex.
Yeah. They don't give a fuck, man. They don't care. I don't know.
A Comic-Con bingo one time, and it was too fucked up. But to think of one in a bar is like the funniest shit you can think of, right? Like, because there's just, you know what I mean? Like the first guy who thinks like tidy whities is a cosplay costume. Right?
And he wears them on the outside of his shit?
No, just wearing them.
Oh.
Just in his underwear. Like that's cosplay. Yeah. No, there's that. There's just all different versions. You can think of them, you know what I mean? It's funnier not to broadcast them, but there's just all kinds of crazy stuff and like just typified things that happen at cons, man. We all know what they are.
So Wonderworld says that they were substitute dates issued last year. Half of this will get canceled. Most promoters kicked the can due to this date to avoid refunds and contract cancels. That's shitty.
Yeah.
That's shitty.
Yeah, and what are you gonna do when half those people are out of a job by then?
Yep.
Yeah, that sucks.
Fuck. All right. Well, number one isn't shitty. It's actually really good.
Yeah. I fear that I may need to be right about number two to be right about number one. But the truth of it is, if you want to bet, I'm ready to bet and put my money where my mouth is. By 2022, Tales from the Flipside will be the most viewed comic book podcast on YouTube.
The best kept secret in comics.
You better fucking believe it. Look, to all the people who watch us religiously that don't want other people to know about the podcast, like, I get it. But at this stage of the game, for the health of the hobby and the market, for the love of God, tell your friends. You know what the other content looks like, and I don't have to fucking name names.
This isn't G+.
No, you fucking don't.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's do that.
Fucking A, man. I think Saturday.
You guys can
All
do
right.
it. Yeah. Have you ever noticed that on the CBSI Facebook group, right? They'll be like, "What podcast do you watch?" No one will fucking mention Tales from the Flipside. It's like a thing that you don't want other people to know about.
I literally saw that today.
Same on the CGC boards. They're like, "Do any of you guys watch podcasts?" I'm like, "I
because
know all you motherfuckers watch us. You don't have to lie about it."
Do people with the brain aren't on that CBSI Facebook page?
Yeah, they're either that or
I'm not saying anybody. I'm never saying I never check in, but come on, we all know the questions are like they're too rudimentary, and there's people are too big of assholes, and it's just
Facebook is Facebook, guys.
Facebook is Facebook. So so take that for what it's worth. Like it's not. So if you're on there, and you're sitting here listening, there's nothing specific I'm saying about you.
Dennis did throw a name in the chat for once. I appreciated seeing it.
We're doing
we got to get Dennis on the podcast again, for the love of Pete. He wasn't able to make us a video for the New Year's show, but offered when he gets his computer/camera fixed that he would come on for a guest spot. So I'm excited about that.
Cool. We're at like 400, something like that. Subs, man. It'd be cool to get 25.
Yeah, but fucking 2,000 of those people watch a specific, like show. You know what I mean? Like, other podcasts don't have that kind of retention rate. It's like there's 20,000 subscribers and they get 2,000 views. Yeah. Again, I'm not naming names, but you know who I'm fucking talking about.
Fucking A, right?
We coming for you.
Well, we better fucking believe it.
I think more importantly, one of the things that's really good about the channel in the future, and I think Saturday really showed that there's a lot of good people that we work with and that are friends of the channel and family and part of the community, and that's a really cool thing. And there are some really good shows on the network also that I think if we continue just to grow those and to make those quality content.
I mean, Sean's met Vanilla Ice, so I got to hang him over a balcony. Is that what you're trying to tell me here? Like...
Oh, dude, I made a funny Suge Knight reference. There was an incident in. I don't know if this is good or not. There was an incident down at the beach, and this girl was being super rude, and this girl's dog over the balcony because she would give his keys. I was like, "Hey, look at Sugar Vanilla Ice over there."
Oh my god!
It was a small dog. It was easy to grip, but oh god. Anyway,
and
I never saw anybody
boycotted by the ASPCA.
That was amazing.
Oh god! Oh shoot!
Have you listen? And this isn't meant to stir up any trouble, but the Death Row Records thing absolutely just made me laugh. And for those of you guys that don't know that Death Row Records stuff, I want to let you guys in on a little something. This is a very, very this is a lot of fun, and I'm glad it was mentioned because I haven't thought of this moment in a long time. Let's do this.
Oh, that's amazing.
Are we getting kicked off YouTube for this?
No, we're talking about it.
Okay.
Well,
No, you'll get kicked off for the
fucking YouTube for this one.
East Coast, I gotta love.
Second of all, I'd like to thank my whole entire Death Row family on both sides. You know what I'm saying?
The whole Flipside family on both sides.
Like to tell Tupac, keep his guards up. We ride with him.
Like to tell comic book women, keep your guards up. We riding with you.
And one other thing I'd like to say, any artists out there want to be an artist and want to stay a star, don't want to have to worry about the executive producer trying to be all in the videos, all on the record, dancing. Come to Death Row.
Come to Death Row.
Dude, that's straight out of the 90s, dude.
That's straight out of the 90s.
Food off the stage at the Source Awards.
The whole East Coast. They're in the East Coast. They're in New York.
Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg.
Yeah,
We don't rely on monetization of these fucking videos either, so it's not like we're trying to sell you a mystery box. What else are we going to talk about?
That costs us $3.
Yeah. I hope it's coming out of Nico's pocket $3.
To be honest, I got like
It'll be all right.
I got like 50 boxes of comics, man. I can make up some mystery boxes.
Oh dang! Here we go, big leg specials.
$6, $12 shipping. You get a whole medium flat rate.
Hey man, you super chat
strong
this
shit.
right now. If everybody's on super chat $18, we're gonna make this happen.
Yeah, there we go. $18. You get a good box.
Any of you guys get anything cool Christmas wise for comic books, anything? I mean, I know we're all adults and like I don't get presents anymore, but some of you guys might,
I got a cool it's one of those like smart notebooks, I guess, where you can write down shit, and then what you do is it's called a rocket book. I don't have it with me, but you can write it down and then take a picture of it and send it to an app, and then it saves it all. So you can write down like X-Men lists and not have it like on a spreadsheet. You can actually have it in writing, like, or like your little, instead of people having a piece of paper just on your phone, like written down. It's like, I don't know, $20 or something.
I always wanted that, like one of the like note phones that have the little stylus that you can write down.
Hey, if he's offering, let's do it, man. Screw it. I'll even
for a giveaway.
Yeah.
I go ahead, Z.
I finally got somebody to pay for my art to get framed, so I finally have some of that coming back hopefully next week.
God, I love that.
Nothing better than that, man.
God, I love that.
I love going into the frame shop when they call you and they're like on the ride there. You're like, oh, this is gonna be so badass. Nothing looks better than really nice framed, matted with different color stuff in the frame, and you have a good person that can match like colors, and it's just beautiful. That's cool.
I got Amazon gift cards. I might turn them into comics. We don't know yet. Yep, that's it.
That's what I got too. I got gas station gift cards from the Peeps and Chick-fil-A gift card, and I told them, I said that was the best Christmas gift I got, man. Thank you.
Instead of Christmas, like wife and I went new TV and surround system, and bought each other literally not even a card. Let's buy this. Let's call it fucking Christmas, and that's it.
Nice.
That's it. Zero personalization of anything. Not even a candy cane.
You know what's a cool thing I got for kind of Christmas is, since we all wear hats, there's this thing called a dome dock, and what it is, it's like a little like piece of plastic you hang on the wall, and you stack up your hats on it. Let me show it. It was like I think it was like $20, dude. It's dope. It's like, let me show it off, because we all wear hats and stuff on the podcast. A little shameless plug action here. So it's like this little black piece of thing, and then what you can do is you can stack your hats on the wall.
I like that.
Actually, that's pretty cool.
That is cool,
dude. Instead of trying, I know people were like hanging on the stuff, but I got one of those, man. Like 2 screws and pop it in.
Yeah, dude, I like that.
I'd do one of those in every room in the house, man. Have to walk around more. Especially since COVID, dude. I don't comb my hair that much, man.
You can hold, it holds like 10 to, I think it's like 10 to 15 per dock, but I got one of those too.
I hunt a hat every week before I sit down for this damn podcast.
Unquestionably.
So I put mine in my closet behind my door. It was dope. So
that's pretty
free
dope.
advertising for somebody there.
Maybe it'll be an unofficial sponsor of the YouTube show, man. Who knows?
Like
you're out here talking about stuff. It's always free advertising.
Right.
Well, not true.
It's clear what's free. 40-year-olds, the hair getting a little thin.
Free and what's not. You know what I mean? It's clear what's free and what's not.
Amen. All right, Z, you want to get into the market report, brother?
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's rock through this. Starting off with just a couple obligatory listings. We got to show it. Boba still growing higher. Not the highest sale on record, but real darn close. There was one of weeks ago.
Can we talk about this for a second?
Yeah.
there was a great discussion on the Facebook group. I apologize for not telling you about this beforehand, John, about newsstand and direct on this book. If you could kind of incorporate that in, I'd appreciate it.
I didn't see it.
Okay, never mind. Shut up now.
I mean, are you pro newsstand or against?
Well, so the suggestion by the original poster was that at this time in Marvel, the direct markets were substantially more rare than newsstands, but sales data has basically indicated that people prefer the newsstands. They're more scarce. For
that book too.
For this particular book, because of the year. They're relying upon the Mile High data. I don't know necessarily how to feel about this. I've got mixed feelings, to be honest, but I'd be interested in seeing what the guys in the live chat have to say. I'll let John get back to the actual data.
I argue that these ones are not as rare in newsstand as people pay for, but I think in the 9/8 grade they still want it because the theory is that it got bent up on the newsstand more likely. So I don't know. I see where you're at and I see the argument. I just lose track of it because people seem to ignore it. So your other Star Wars book of the week, Darth Vader 3 4th print set another high. There are currently 13 9/8s in the census and it kind of keeps going up. So we'll see where it hits next. Talking about going up to new highs, our friend Mr. Wolverine 8.5 set a new record. GPA data for 2020, the average is 44.26. So this is trending solidly up. Every time I think no, it does more. This was just a badass book that I couldn't ignore. That is a best offer number. The best offer was actually only 3K. It was a 5K listing, so it's an interesting number to take on that one.
Like, didn't we have that book? Didn't we try for a 9/8 in that book?
No. What we had was a double insert, a Menin and I think National Diamond Sales double insert, and we got a gift rate of I want to say like 7.5.
Oh, yeah.
We bought it as like a very good. So I did a nice little fix up, and now looking at it, making like $500 is great at the time, but double inserts are fucking doing well these days, I bet.
Yeah, I bet. This one, 2020 range, anywhere from 1,500 to almost 5K. So this is right in the middle. It's not a high sale. I'm honestly surprised that seller took that offer. They must have needed some cash, but I tell you what, if you're going to buy a Spidey cover in that number range, that's one of the most beautiful ones there is. On top of epic story. Honestly, 3,000 for that book. I don't buy Spider-Man books, but I do like that one. So
they had the OA at the Henry Ford Museum too.
Whoa.
The other cover, it was dope.
Yeah.
Dope.
I still don't know which one of you deviants has this red chair, but it's the weekly appearance because every week I seem to find one. Nico and I both seem to find the same damn book, and it's always on this red chair. Maybe I'm
more money than anybody.
And we all need red chairs.
I just want to tell the dude, well done. Congratulations. You're a monster. Good stuff.
Yes. Oh my God. Every week, I don't even pay attention and get looking at the photos. I'm like, there it is again. We talked about this one, First Man Bat. This high grade, the 9.4, only averages about 2 sales a year for the last 3 or 4 years. 2017 was 850. 2018 had a high of 2,032. It's kind of trended down since then. I don't know why that peaked. There must have been some kind of rumor or just two people fighting over the damn book because there aren't many. Census data, 8 9/8s, 24 9/6s, and 62 9/4s. So not a ton for Batman collectors out there for a book like that. 9/6 will cost you $2,800. That was last year's sale, and a 9/8 hasn't sold in 7.5 years. So interesting. I don't quite understand the appeal of that book to that price, but it just may be the scarcity and the cover and all that goodness.
Smart Batman people tell me to buy this damn book.
Probably, and I can't wrap my head around it. But
no, I'm like you. I don't buy it, but that's what they tell me. They'll regret it.
So obviously, I know it's first Man Bat, but so first cover that says Robin and Batgirl. Is that the deal?
I don't know why it is so much above where I would think it would be.
All right, yeah.
Somebody in the chat probably does know. This is one Nico sent. I wouldn't actually even have paid attention to it, but it makes sense once he did. A little more modern book. Canto 1 selling right at 400. This one's trending way down. The hype is kind of slowed, so we'll see if it's something you want to buy in at soon. I never read this particular story, so I don't have any say one way or the other. People sure seem to love it for a minute. November, it had multiple sales between $600-700 as a high.
Yeah, I wonder who sold that $700 copy.
You what?
I wonder who sold that $700 copy.
There was a $1,000 sale in August, so I don't know. If you were,
they're fucking, they're all damaged.
Yeah.
If you were high on this book, potentially buy it. I'm not saying buy it if you don't know anything about it because I got nothing to say. But
90% of these were damaged. You're 100% right.
And there's a crease across the cover, and it's got that high gloss. Like I've been sent at least 2 or 3 to press, and it's just like it's damaged. Like, you know what I mean? It's gonna look better when I'm like actually works a little something out to make it look better. By having a few of these things, but to get this thing out perfect it's just not something that's going to press out.
I like that book at $400.
There's a fucking full crease on it. So don't
you guys? I mean, that's a good buy at $400. I'm not even a Canto fan.
I didn't read it, so
yeah. But I mean, like $400.
If you're into it and you think it's got potential, that you're heading back towards the buy price here.
Yeah. I agree with that.
And from what you're saying, then you probably want to buy the 9.8 versus hunting the raws and trying to get it.
Yeah, good luck.
Yeah, I subbed a 9.8, and legitimately, it was like an act of God.
Oh yeah, Grader got a BJ in the morning. That's how it goes.
Well, no, I got it from Canada, so it wasn't damaged.
All right.
Oh, nice. Was it a Canadian price variant? Does it make it worth $40,000?
Right.
All right. So, I am now heading into the land of Obscura because, man, there was a hell ton of it this week on just sales that stood out. 9.2 of Alf 48, the infamous Seal issue. I had never actually even thought about grading this book. I've seen a lot sell raw, but I've never actually looked at the graded stuff because, well,
I never thought anybody who wanted this book would grade it.
I never.
What's a hard 9.8?
There's 129 graded in the census, 998s, 29 sixes. So not many people have graded it. Maybe it's the kids' book thing that it doesn't grade well, anyways. But it is the new high for a 9.2.
Wow.
A 9.6 sold in December for $350. No 9.8 sales since September of 18, and it was kind of an irrelevant price, so I didn't include it.
Wow.
Here's one that I know is rare, but when I got looking at the sales, I was confused. Batman Grendel, the Platinum Silver version, which was a contest for the Heroes Initiative, or no, the Heroes magazine. Blanking on the full name. Supposedly 25 given out. Don't know if there were some other comps and some things floating around.
Damn.
Supposed to be one of the most rare according to Recalled Comics. That's their data I'm using on that one. This copy sold for $800. I'm confused because in the last quarter I popped up one that was $399 and someone stole one for $95.
That's crazy, dude.
So I know. I don't know if it's 25 rare, but I know it's pretty damn rare.
I heard it was 25 or less, actually. I'm not sure.
25 given out for the contest. We can always assume there maybe were a few overprinted, but not many.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Like on something this rare, like I leave it off like search terms and shit like that. Because I'm just like, yeah, anybody that has something crazy like this, they're going to kind of know what it is. And to be honest with you, Like it's Batman Grendel, so I get it. Like if you're super bat collector, which I'm a fan, but I'm not a super bat collector. So it's like, well, like why would you think someone would just throw one of these up for $95 one day?
Exactly. Somebody was sleeping.
I remember Trey talking about this just like what was it, like 3 years ago, or 4 years ago, 4 years ago.
Yeah, we actually had a contest that night, and it was something on like the rarest Batman book or something, and we did a give like like an on the fly giveaway sort of deal. I didn't even know the fucking answer. It was just Trey gave a book away. But yeah.
We talked about Valiant earlier. This is one I didn't freaking know about, and let alone people graded it. A Valiant Rye trade paperback blue variant. It was packaged in the poly bags with the Rye companion, the same as the traditional trade, but apparently there was a blue variant. I couldn't find a ton of information on it. I did see some chatter that they think it's 5,000 copies floating around. If you find the blue one, it'll sell $40-50 raw. There are 398s in the census, total of 8 on the census of the blue. So I don't, could be that not many people grade the trades, but still talking 5,000 is not a lot for the Valiant fans, and it does seem to sell pretty high. So if you happen to stumble upon it, you should grab it.
So clearly Dinesh won this auction.
Potentially.
It's kind of cool to see trades selling for a decent amount like that.
Yeah, I have any of you heard of this one before?
No, we used to have a good list of trades that actually sell, but like I don't have the wherewithal to look through the fucking stores for shit like that.
It's hard. If I get one, like, oh, this is a good one, I may like run and look for one, but digging through all those, I got nothing.
But most of them that sell a lot of trades sell new trades, and there aren't the old ones buried in there. You've almost got to find this hybrid,
like antique bookstore or something.
Yeah. Agreed. Another Obscura from that era, Cyberfrog 198 sale for $850. This one,
Skyver, baby.
Yeah, Skyver hit some fame a few years ago, for being very opinionated. Also, this character was rumored for what was it? A Kickstarter. I don't know that I've seen it.
It did happen. That Kickstarter's over like $1 million for one and $250,000 for another. So
have stuff come out?
Indiegogo, I think. Stuff has come out for it. Yeah. He's done other Kickstarters or Indiegogos, I believe, but the one that he has going right now for Cyberfrog and I think a Salamander character or something like that. Anyways, I'm not too sure. I do know this, that I think Van Sciver is top 3 for me favorite Green Lantern artist, man. His stuff in that whole Green Lantern Jeff Johns run was out of this world badass, man. Really cool.
I do remember at one point on Comic Link, I almost bought a page from this book, and I pushed out at some stupid number I should have paid for because I'm sure it's worth 20 times, 30 times that now.
Well, you also sent me a badass first ever appearance of this
Vortex something.
Yeah.
Well, that's like this comic, this Hall of Heroes, was based out of Indiana, so Ozzy and I have had a little more luck finding these books than average people would.
Yeah. I love rare books, self-published, low-published books like this, whatever Funkatron stuff that Tony Moore and Robert Kirkman have, the Hall of Heroes stuff. There's a couple people on the Hall of Heroes stuff that are big artists now.
What's funny is the Hall of Heroes now is actually a museum. Like the guy that was running this thing, he runs a museum for comics and pop culture. He runs a con in northern Indiana once a year, but like he buys a lot of Hollywood props and all kinds of stuff. So if you ever actually end up in northern Indiana, probably worth checking out. There's some fun stuff there.
It's very cool.
All right, what else we got? I think there was a couple more Obscura we're on. So I don't know why they stuck out this week. This one I had to do some research on. Black Atlas one from Power Stars. It's an independent published book. $600 is a crazy number to me for something that I just didn't even occur to me. All I could find was there's a little bit of notes that Power Stars is a book that is on a list app that sold for $100. This predates that for this Hero Black Atlas. There were rumors in 2016 for a production based on a later iteration called New York City Outlaws. Potentially somebody is just a huge independent artist fan of this artist, or maybe something finally kicked on that production that's moving forward again. I don't know. Good luck finding it. I didn't even know it existed.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
So this one wasn't even on the app that listed the other one I talked about. So I don't know. Good luck.
I would have passed on that, man. Like if I would have saw that in a bin somewhere, I'd be like, whatever.
I wouldn't even have thought twice. So, a little more mainstream. The Spider-Man Gold UPC, which in 9.8 is the second rarest behind the Platinum. Platinum has 177 9.8s. This one has 251. There is 110 and 599s of a polybag book. I have no idea how that happened, but there are.
It'll increase.
$1,000.
Cutting bags and pressing that shit, trying to get 9.8s now.
It's a solid book to have, though. If you're chasing them, this is the rarer of the ones without going to platinum. So
yeah,
this wasn't a polybag book, though, was it? The newsstand wasn't polybag.
It's sold at Walmart, so I have absolutely no idea.
I thought it was polybagged. I think I saw it on the CGC census. It says polybag, but maybe I'm making it up. I don't have that screen pulled up anymore, but I could have sworn I saw that it said polybag. Is why it's in my brain.
It's funny. Shout out to Half Price Crook and Wonderworld. They were just talking about this book today. So shout out to everyone in the chat tonight. See a lot of good names, good peeps. We appreciate all you guys. Thank you for taking part in the show tonight and making this fun. So shout out to everybody in the chat.
All right. I think that's the end of the obscure. A couple Golden Age books, just because there were some cool ones that came up. I didn't even do a ton of research on the pricing for them. Tomb of Terror, the Face Melter here came up. Strong price with $33.84.
Nice. Two pictures. I love it.
Not the rarest book, but, you know.
What a beautiful copy, though, huh?
Yeah, it is a nice looking one. Who knows what the innards are, but
I know. I'm like, can I see the inside cover to see if it's color touch? Like, what the fuck? 2 pictures for $3,300?
Well, somebody's going to gamble and return it if they don't like it, you know? This one was a Nico special. I totally missed it. It was a little lower than my usual price point. It's Baffling Mysteries 7. Cool swamp monster coming out with the woman. Really reminds me of the startling
Swamp Thing?
No, the robot cover.
Startling Terror or
Startling 50, right? 49?
Terror? Yeah.
The robot cover. The
Yeah.
33 total on the census and 8.5 is a high. Just price wise, that was a standard price for that grade, the good, very good range. 2 things on this one. 1, it's first Cheetah hit auction. 2, I've never seen somebody use the imagery as such of enhancing the size of the grade point there. I thought that was unique, and the banners he added, it stood out. So kudos for having a shtick, much like Mr. Red Chair. 79 total, 76 universal. A 2.0 sold in September for $3,700. Back in April, a 0.5 incomplete sold for $1,100. I wouldn't say this is an extremely strong price, but it wasn't weak. I don't think the movie helped or hurt at this point. The spec had kind of already played. I don't think that character just dies nowhere, but I don't think it skyrocketed any more than expected.
I did. What was the Silver Age Cheetah? 108 or 110 or something like that. The purple cover.
Yeah.
I did well on a lot of those.
I sold them early on and did well.
Not recently. I haven't had one. They all sold before. I bought like $30 beat copies and laid and prayed on them for like $150, $175 and sold probably 2 or 3 of them.
I think if I would have found a nice one, I would have held it. But yeah, the lower grade ones I was not holding.
Yeah, they were beaters.
Yeah, that's a tough book with that purple cover as it was. 2 more. First Scarecrow. This is a book you don't see often. 42. I'm sorry, wrong book.
Put Jorge Lopez in timeout for 5 minutes for being an idiot.
Why
He's
now?
not being an idiot. It's a joke, bro.
Jesus.
Shows me putting him in timeout for 5 minutes. Anyway, keep going.
He's on probation.
Ass book, 128 in census. And a good majority of them are not blue label. Not majority, but a lot are not blue label. Price wise, it was kind of right on point with what we've been seeing. Not a big jump, but still a rare book to come up on eBay. And then this one is a book I kind of wish I would have seen, but I'm happy I didn't because I didn't have the cash for it. But man, I would have bought it and begged the wife for forgiveness. Police Comics 1, First Plastic Man. Missing a kind of big chunk at the bottom. 4K and change. 2.5, which was the most similar sale I could find in November.
I still think that Plastic Man #1 is the best cover.
It is.
Skull, dude.
Yeah.
I'm sad I sold that too.
I sold mine too, but it was to fund something
I
else.
sold my 9.6 reprint.
Oh, you did
You
finally.
did finally? Good.
Yeah, they're peanuts, but our friend won it, so it's okay.
Cool.
Only which friend?
Jake,
Yeah.
Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
Cool.
I think he's got it on sale for about 500 less than I had it for. If you want it, I always want to buy it back.
42 blue label in the census was a rare damn book for a character that keeps getting brought up for some kind of project, though it seems to keep changing. That's a book I'm a wish
number, dude.
at
That's
a
a
price
good
I could probably afford on a good day, but not today.
Yeah, well, it's not like you have a bunch of kids and it was just Christmas or anything, but
Yeah.
but in all seriousness, I do respect. At least I can see there's. I didn't see this either, but there's 12 pictures and it literally says torn and chunk out of cover.
Well,
Like,
it's
it's
like
like-
a number, right?
Look,
Is that
dude.
copy?
This is a book, though, that like I've had in my search history for years, and I finally give up on at some point because you're like, they don't come up. They're not hitting eBay, and then they come up when you're not looking, you know? Those are those ones that make you crazy.
Like
Yeah.
the ones we talked about today, earlier in the day.
Yeah. Just,
Yeah.
You put them on there and you think, oh, wait, they'll pop up. 2 years, you're like, I'm wasting a search history. I'm going to put something else there. So that's all I got. I'm a little sad because that's a tough book to find any kind of presentable, affordable copy of.
Hey, Crime Patrol 15 made our friend leave the internet for a year.
I'm not that angry, but man, it is frustrating.
Oh, if it was a grand, you would be.
No, I would have put it on the card and found something to sell. I just didn't see it.
Yeah, I feel you.
You can always find something you like less.
That's true. I mean, honestly, you need either a shirt or a tattoo that says that, though.
Oh,
Dude, tell us the flip side. You can always find something you like less.
Not a bad shirt idea.
I'm telling you.
Brian,
Sadly,
make it
I
happen,
think
Brian.
it's not our best catchphrase as a show, though.
No, but it's accurate. No, in a good way, because we're just talking about.
It is, but man,
that's
that's
not
wrong.
That's not me talking shit. That's me thinking of all the fucking people agreeing with that being a fact in a hilarious way.
But if we put it on our shirt, we'd put it wrong. People would be like, "That's
Makes
terrible."
Makes sense. Thinking of women, thinking of anyway.
Not saying it's not true. Just saying.
Just saying.
Are we doing pickups?
You guys get any pickups?
I got one, but I showed it off, but I'll show it to everybody on this channel because I don't know if everybody's watching on Saturday. So I actually have two, but I sent one to the leg in a box already. So it was Dirty Pair #1 Hughes. Leg, I'm thinking it's a 9.8, but you know how that goes.
It goes. That thing's glossy. That's tough.
Yeah, I just
Shine a light, that's fine. Shine a light on it.
Yeah, I didn't see any breaks or anything, and then I picked up this bad boy because everybody remembers this book back in the day.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, dog.
Oh, that was you that picked that up. Okay.
Yeah, and signed by La Rosa. So
Yeah, that's dope.
I mean, it's a CBCS. I mean, whatever, man. I got it for cheap. I mean, I remember his
your
book
price point. How the hell could you not? Yeah,
I mean, I'll even say it because I don't even care. So I bought her for $250. I mean,
that's a super. Yeah.
I mean, you're talking about a super rare book.
Yeah, I mean, it's black cover on the back. I mean, it's dope. I mean, it's hard. I mean, I remember didn't Dip have one of these legs back in the day? I think he's one of the first ones to sell one of these damn things.
Maybe, dude. It was. I mean, that thing was fucking fun. I mean, I know that was number one on the top 10 back in the day. Like at least, well, probably just once, but like
in my little hookup, I found it online real quick. So.
Not bad, dude. That's a nice one to pick up.
Thanks, man. That's my only Valiant graded book.
Oh yeah, you got one more than me.
I know, right?
I had two good ones. I sold them both, but whatever.
I am tempted to pick up a Rye Zero just because of the nostalgia of my childhood, because they're back down to like $60.
I think I put an Eternal is it 2 or whatever, the Blood 4. Eternal 2. I think I threw that in the Eternal 4, and I think I threw that one in there for you too.
It's fun. I don't. Well, it's good. Those are easy to press. It's actual paper.
Yeah.
Not easy, but it's better than some glossy square-bound shit.
Man, look at these people. Look at these people. I'm impressed, man. Come on, man.
There you go, dude. There you go.
What are you dealing with out here?
Shows you have good memory, Dino.
Yeah,
that's a book I just haven't thought about in forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's like 1 in 100 or something, right? Or 1 in 500?
1 in, was it 50?
I think it's 50 or 100.
It's pretty high ratio.
Yeah, it's a high ratio.
Might have been a 200.
Yeah.
This is a crazy. That series was a big one for a minute.
Was that was when Dinesh was part of the company, right?
Exactly. See, everything flows together.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was.
It was a 1 in
Cool hype.
1 in 40.
Well, hype got going. That's when the scarcity started, baby.
So, and you know what's funny about this? And I don't even know. Did this end? The listing ended. Seller has relisted an item like this. They had one going up. It ended in November 4th of 2020. It was going for $800. And it was a blue label CCC. So again, I don't think it sold, but I mean, who knows? So, whatever.
All right, we're going around the horn.
Yeah, go do it up, dude.
All right. I buy too much crap, so I'm gonna try to be quick. My dollar bin, like this is the kind of stuff I buy at dollar bins. Black Adam dollar, right? Variant. I'll take a chance for $1. I don't think it's worth anything. I really am interested in Fantastic Four. I'll take these out of dollar bins. J. Scott Campbell found this bad boy in a dollar bin. Wizard World exclusive. Hey, how you doing? I take Captain America 5s out of dollar bins all day. The suit out of a dollar bin all day. Got Hellcat number 11, the variant out of a dollar bin. I picked up 2 more of these on the internet for $8. I think it's it hasn't like that. I can still buy them for $8 on the internet. Blows my mind. Then I got, I don't know, probably 5 copies of this book for cover price. These are just like 3 of them. That's the Hondo. Those aren't the ratios, but for cover price, how can you beat them? $3.75. That's your girl. I know you like her on the Hack Slash, right? Jenny?
Yes, Jenny on the Hack Slash. I love it.
I like this, the Thor 4 homage. Yeah, I didn't even know about it. I was like, oh, that's a no-brainer. This is out of a $3 variant box.
Yeah,
I paid $50 for this 1 in 100, and $30 for this 1 in 50.
Okay.
Shocked at how expensive these are on eBay. I paid say $6. Yeah, $6.50 a piece. And I've been bitter roots all day. Right.
Oh,
so I take all of the covers or whatever. I think that's the big one.
The hamster stopped.
Oh, he's good.
Man.
Now you're back.
We got most of that. You good.
Yeah, I take all these bitter root. Yeah, crap. Right. So,
I need to get a New Jack City one, dude. The New Jack City one's dope, man.
I grabbed these out of back issue bins. This was like, John Tyler Christopher for $3.
Oh yeah, nice
taking the
guys.
Underworld ones when I can get a chance. Hoping for Boba to look something like that, and Galactus variants of any way, shape, or form. This was a $3 variant.
I got
It's
to
me
go
at a
like
comic
this.
shop.
I got
Witchblade's a tough book, if I'm mistaken, or there's either a Virgin variant with the same cover that sells for like $75. Yeah, so it's either that one or the Virgin. I might not have a Virgin, but that Witchblade is a tough book. So very cool. All right, who's next?
I think it's me.
Let's do it.
All right. Picked up another one of these because, well, damn it, I can't help myself. Though I'm real pissed at this one. The pictures had it look really clean, and I get it, and there's like indents from somebody writing on it. But at that point, I'm not going to fight about it. I'll just wait it out. I picked up a book I'd never seen, and I thought it was gorgeous. It's an Alter Ego magazine number 816, but with an Mary Marvel by Ross from 92.
What country is it from?
It's a fanzine.
Ah,
It's the U.S.
see, yeah, I just assume it's from.
I know, right?
Fucking Timbuktu. All right,
But
that's
I
pretty
mean,
sweet,
Alex
dude.
Ross
Yeah, that's
on a-
awesome, man. Yeah, Ross on a 92 fanzine. That's awesome.
Yeah, I thought just for the image alone, it was worth picking up.
Does it come with glasses or something, or is this just a logo?
It's just its logo.
Logo.
This is a fanzine. It's the same fanzine from the Black Adam book, just a later edition. That Alter Ego. I don't think I put it back there anymore. And then I did buy another foreign. This one, Hulk 180 cover. It actually, though, is all of 180 and half of 181 in the same book. They did not produce the 181 cover. They produced 180 and 182. So there's that. So this is their 181. Best you're going to do. But now CGC's changed their thing, so it'll probably get labeled Hulk 180 with partial 181 story. But it's a very, very nice copy, and I'll hold on to it. That's it.
That's cool.
I have a
Not bad.
massive cachet of stuff coming from Brazil, hopefully tomorrow. So that should be fun.
Sean, you got anything?
Jesus Lord.
Yeah, I got a few random things. I got a couple books from actually from Ripoff Press. So they did Ripoff review of Western culture, and to be honest, I've had these on my list to try to I want to read them because I love so Ripoff Press did like Crumb and stuff like that. So like this is from the 70s, so known for like a lot of adult material, a lot of like I'm sure people did a lot of drugs while writing some of this stuff and everything like that. And so I love this. There's like Robert Crumb and Robert Williams and stuff like that. Some of my favorite like the old school like satire stuff. And I just opened these. I haven't got to look at them yet. There's only 3 issues of this. 1, 2, and 3. This is 2 and 3. And just they usually go I think 30 20 $40 depends on the condition. These seem really nice, and I think it was about $15-$16 shipped for both of these, and I bid more than that because don't know where to find them. So anyway, I got
number one a ghost.
I don't think it's a ghost. I think it just costs more, and I don't give like those are probably more rare than a number one. But maybe one is a ghost. I don't know. I don't see it come up very often, and I don't even remember how I found out to look for those. I don't even remember the search that I did. But I know I've just been looking. I've been having it on my list for a long time. But I saw some come up for a lot more money, and then I like to cross check what I'm doing because you don't see the number 2 with the Mickey Mouse come up much. And then on a site that I look at, one came up for like $50 or something like that. So I checked eBay and I saw that auction and I was like, oh, that's my best chance. Plus I'm going to get 2 books. And honestly, auctioning 2 books together is probably a terrible idea when you're auctioning books because then you don't get a bidding war. They almost always go for less. Buy it now, no problem. But so I got those. I got a victory that I got in the mail. So I got to thank our brother Koi Cakes for sending this one over.
Oh, nice.
Nice, dude.
So I love that. And Koi being my buddy who knows me, he had to throw in a sweet throw-in with the Lex Luger and Stinger cover.
Nice
for WCW there.
Dope.
And that's it. And I got to think in my another second place victory. I got this in the mail from our friend Chris. So we all know what that is. And I got to thank Doc Joe for the link on an online site that was having like a ridiculous Black Friday sale. And so I got these Strange Academy third and fourth prints. I got like a lot of them. I'm trying to let me separate. So the Virgin variants for the third and fourth prints from Strange Academy. I got 6 of each third and fourth prints shipped to my house for I think $48.
Nice.
For six of each cover. And I think one of them, I think the third cover is like a $20 book. And to be honest, they came really nice. They look like they're bagged and boarded off the shelf. So yeah, for what I call it, $50 for 12 copies. Like I mean, how are you gonna beat that? Shipped to your house. That includes dope. So yeah, that worked out. I had to email them to get them. I was like, oh, they're not gonna ship that shit. A month later, they shipped, and here they are. And he got his copies too. So thanks, Joe. He usually listens. That's it. That's all I got.
Not bad at all, man. Gotta love that.
Yep.
I have no pickups, but I do have something I want to share with people. A new episode of my favorite, probably my top favorite, 5 favorite all-time shows ever. A new season is starting right now, and that is Vice Network's Hamilton Morris's Pharmacopoeia. Hamilton Morris is my number one person now to try and get on the Bogcast. He is a genius, and he does really cool documentaries. He's the son of Earl Morris, who is one of the biggest documentary filmmakers out there. And basically what Hamilton does is he goes around the world looking at psychedelic drugs and how they affect humans and all this stuff. And this first episode that he put out for this new season blew me out of the fucking water. So if any of you guys know about Hamilton Morris and you know the second season where he went and found the person that came up with the pamphlets for 5-methoxy DMT, it was a really groundbreaking thing. Well, it turned out that was all a lie. And this new season is him showing how he figured out it was a lie and he found the real people. And it's absolutely fascinating and something I always try to share with as many people as I can. So make sure you guys go check that out.
Does he live in Arizona?
No, he doesn't. Hamilton doesn't live in Arizona. No, he lives in the East Coast somewhere. But the guy who created the pamphlets, who really created the pamphlets, lived in Texas, Denton, Texas. But he had a strong bond with Arizona, so to say. So, but yeah, really, really cool. Make sure you guys go check it out. Fascinating. One of the people that I respect the most in what he's doing. Really cool stuff. So, hell yeah.
Perfect.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for joining us tonight. We want to give a quick shout out, one last shout out to few folks. Make sure you guys go check out Comic Barricade. Get your guys your Comic Barricades this year. Use the code word Flipside for 10% off your order. Some really cool stuff. Listen, these things are invaluable. If you guys saw Topher's video send-in that he did for our show on Saturday, it was absolutely classic, and you saw what the Comic Barricade looks like. But also make sure you guys go check out Bird City Comics. They just put out a couple new exclusives, but you can use also the code word there, Flipside, for 15% off of your order. They've got some cool stuff going on there, so shout out to them. And of course, make sure you guys check out the rest of the shows on the channel. Like, subscribe, hit that bell for all those notifications. You'll get notified whenever we have these cool specials and all these cool things. And other than that, I think it's time to call it a night. Later, gents.